So when you're doing your homework, you're going to have some data sets that probably are going to be a little larger, and the numbers are going to probably be a little bit bigger. So this is an example like that, and it's also one to encourage you to make sure you know how to calculate those sums using your calculator. Okay, so this is the calculator I have. Some of you might have a TI-30, some of you might have a graphing calculator like a TI-84, and like I said before in the videos, the statistical sums videos, I have a video for those three calculators, and any other calculator you would need to probably do a search on YouTube. You could probably find, if it's a scientific calculator like this, there's probably a way of calculating the sums. And so you could probably do a search on YouTube. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you calculate the sample standard deviation for this data set now. And in this case, the numbers are just so big that it's really in your best interest to figure out how to find those sums using the calculator. So go ahead and press pause and go ahead and calculate the sample standard deviation. Use your calculator this time in order to calculate the sums. And then when you think you got the answer, you can go ahead and start up and see how you did. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use this calculator to get the sums. And I'm going to get a sheet of paper here. And so we're going to need to get the sum of x squared, and n. Okay. So now I still have the data from the last video in my calculator. And so if I went to like type in this 184 and hit M+, you see it now says n equals 9. So I'm just adding that data onto the data I already have in there. So that's why it's important, if you have this calculator, you always clear the data. So I hit Shift Mode and then I hit 3 to clear all. And now I hit Mode and then hit 2 for statistical data. And then I can put 184 M+. Now it says n equals 1. And then 189, 214, 213, 221, 195, 234, 237, 231, 197, 192, 186. M+. And now I have n equals 12 because there's 12 values. Now I can find the sum. So if I hit Shift 1, 2, and hit equals, that's my sum of x. I get 2,493. Now I hit Shift 1, 1, there's my sum of x squared. And I get 522,163, and then my n is just equal to 12. Okay, so those are my sums. Now I put them into the formula. So the sum of x squared is 522,163 minus the 2,493 squared divided by 12, all of that divided by 12 minus 1, and then I take the square root. Okay, and now we're going to do the top, divide by the bottom, and then take the square root. Now let me show you, if you have this calculator, one reason I like this calculator is if you notice when you bring up the menu, they actually give you the sums in the order that you need them in the formula. So what you can do is you can do this, Shift 1, and I hit 1, and I get the sum of x squared. Now I hit minus, and I can do Shift 1, 2, and there I have the sum of x. And now I'm going to hit square, and they look the same, but really this knows that I'm squaring the sum of x. Okay, it's not the sum of x squared. This is the sum of x quantity squared. And then I can hit divide, shift 1, 3, and then I got the n. And so there I have the formula, just like it is here, and it kind of goes in order. So let me show you again. Shift 1, 1 minus shift 1, 2 squared divided by shift 1, 3, and then hit equals, and I get the top. And then I'm going to divide that by 11, which is the bottom. And that's my variance. Then I'm going to take the square root, hit equals, and then I get the standard deviation, which is 19.6. And that's using a calculator to find the sample standard deviation.